Gorgeous people, it is now time to explore Prague. So I actually came back over into the mall so I can buy my tram ticket, which you can purchase in increments of 30 minutes, 90 minutes, 24 hours, 72 hours, and the list goes on. I'll pop it up here on the screen just so you all can get a glimpse of how much it costs and everything like that. So now it's time for me to head up to the platform and figure out which way I'm actually supposed to be going to go meet my friend Tony, because he did give me some directions, but I'm not even going to lie to you all. I was a little confused about which platform I was supposed to be on. So with a little bit of help from some locals in reading, because reading is fundamental, I was able to make sure that I was on the right platform and heading in the right direction to go meet Tony. So I would say it probably took the tram about a good 10 minutes to come. So once we got on the tram, it was fairly easy to interpret everything and understand where I was supposed to be getting off and what stops were coming up next. They do have a screen, as you all saw. You just read that, get off, and you're good to go. So now I'm about to meet Tony. I did get off one stop too early, according to him, but I did find him and we were good to go. So now I'm going to start my walking tour with him. I will say I'm normally not a person that does like a walking tour when I go into any particular country, because I'm more so of an adventure seeker. But because it was cold, it was like the end of November, it wasn't too many adventurous things for me to do per se. So I went ahead and learned about the life in Prague. Now, if you're someone like me who doesn't like to try new food that often, don't fear, because Prague has Popeyes and a KFC if you're looking for American fast food. Y'all, I'm always so surprised to see certain fast food places all over the country. It never fails. Now, let's get back to this walking tour. So we came across this cool little, I want to call it like a little market, where people were selling their food. They had some toys, they had some souvenirs and different things for sale. And it was the holiday season. So I was over here from November 25th to November 28th. And obviously Christmas was around the corner. So they had different things you can purchase for the holiday season. And I just thought this was really nice to be able to support local businesses if you were a tourist. And for some reason, I got a vibe that a lot of these people were not necessarily tourists, but more so locals. So it was just chill to see their environment. This street here was supposed to be like a really expensive street, a lot of designer clothes and stuff like that. So y'all know I wasn't about to go down there. I'm not spending no crazy kind of money like that. But I did like that they had the hop on, hop off guy standing there in the middle of the street, and he was signing people up if they wanted to take the experience, which when I do come to new countries, I do like to take the hop on hop off buses, because they get you around the city a lot quicker and you get the map to see kind of like where you at and explore those areas. Now we did come across this really cool art museum or exhibit that they had going on. You can go inside, but we did not. So you were able to kind of look at these nice little objects out here. And once you stepped back and just took a moment, you can actually see that it was something completely different. Like this, you can see it's a face, but as I come closer to the picture, you can see it's actually made up of nothing but shoes. And this one was really cool too, to see the face, because at first we all couldn't see quite what it was, but it was really easy to see it once you looked at it from the camera lens. So this is what it looked like up close. And then once you start to step back, you can actually see the face come to life. So I wish I did kind of have time to go into here, into this art museum, but we just kept it moving. One quick tip, if you are going to come to Prague, make sure you have on some good walking shoes, because this is a place where you walk everywhere, y'all. I really actually love these small little alleyways with no traffic, and you can just walk and explore. So if you come in here, make sure y'all got them shoes ready. Otherwise, your feet might be hurting. So we came up on this sex machine museum. Now they did have like a little section here where you are able to just see one of the machines that they had, and then you can pay to go visit everything else back there. But I wasn't necessarily intrigued by this, so Tony actually made me come back and check out what they had to offer. Now we're heading over into Old Town Square, where they have the famous Prague astronomical clock. And I will say, when I was doing my research, this was one of the things that they said was a must-see once you come to Prague. And it was so amazing. And so when I got over here and we got here, I was like, oh, let's check it out. And then Tony told me it wasn't that awesome. As you can see, people are starting to gather in the square to watch it, and it does happen every hour. And so I was like, is it really worth it? And he said no, but for tourists it's pretty cool. The clock itself is awesome. Obviously really can't tell time on that too well because it has so many different things happening on the clock, but it was still nice. So like I said, you see the people gathering. We decided to keep walking because I didn't want to stand there and wait for like 15 minutes. So I just started checking out some other stuff around the clock.
So here, this is the Old Town Square. This church over here is called Nicholas, and it's a Baroque cathedral. You can tell the difference between Baroque and Gothic. This would be Gothic. The Gothic is much more straight lines and pointing up, like towards God. But with the Baroque, it's more rounded. So you see like the pieces on the top have more like a circle to it. Czech Republic is really well known for this architecture style. And then this cathedral over here, Gothic again, is one of the biggest cathedrals in Czech Republic. It might be open. We might be able to go in there. This building to the left right here with the Czech flag and the Ukrainian flag. The king used to stay here sometimes. If they were doing renovations or something on the castle, he would stay here. Over here in this building with the blue tables on the balcony, Einstein used to stay in this apartment right here. You see down on the wall that little plaque next to the doorway? There's a picture of Einstein. So Einstein used to stay in that building while he was here working in Prague. And then this one is the astronomical, the clock tower. And they also used to do public executions here. So I'll go over and show you. There are 27 crosses where these people were beheaded here. This was a long time ago. Europe was crazy back in the day. This was not here. This was here originally, then it was taken away. And it was only within the last like 2 or 3 years they put it back. Because when they had the Black Plague throughout Europe, they built these towers for like prayer or just to get help from God. And this statue right here is of a dude named Jan Hus. He was well known because he was really important in separating the Catholic Church. Because you kind of have the Catholics and the Protestants, and the Protestants were more protesting. They didn't agree with all the rules and some of the stuff the church was doing. The funny thing about Jan Hus is the statue, he's like tall and slim. He was short and fat, so they I don't know why they made him like that. I don't know how long he was staying there, but he used to stay there.
Since I was still in the area when the clock started going off, we walked over there to check it out. You can see the skeleton moving and hear some of the bells going off. But honestly, y'all, if it's between coming here or going somewhere else for your activities or excursions, I would personally tell you to pick this somewhere else. Like, look at all these people coming over here just to watch this clock. It was so many people. I don't know if it's necessarily worth it, though. Now we're headed over to the Charles Bridge. I'm going to show y'all a quick glimpse of the Charles IV statue, which was pretty neat because they had the 4 different statues below it that signify different things. And they do have like these little circle plates on the bottom that kind of tell you a little bit more information about the statue itself and what everything represents. Time to head over to Small Town. And it wasn't too much to do, so we decided to hop on the tram and head up to the castle. But before we can do that, we had to stop into one of the little shops to grab another tram ticket since we had only purchased the 90-minute ticket. And if you're wondering how will you know if the little shop sells the ticket, just pop in there and ask, because majority of them sold them. Like every time we stopped somewhere and we needed to get another ticket or something like that, they had them, and I was actually shocked. Like, how do they, or how would I know that they sell these in there? And Tony was like, just go in and see for real.
You see this big round tower right there?
Yeah.
That's called a starvation tower. So what the king would do is when he had his enemies or people he just didn't like, he would put them in there and just let them starve to death.
That's quite rude.
So you see the flag up there?
Yes.
That means that the president is here. Whenever the flag is up, that means the president is in Czech Republic. He may not be in the castle exactly, but he's here.
Within the country.
In the country. Oh, they just closed it. Oh no, it's open. So this is the cathedral. The main focal point, sorry. And we can go inside if you want.
That line look a little long. Is it worth it?
It's nice inside. It's free.
All right, I guess we can go.
It's weird because some people are just standing there.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
And other people are just going.
Yeah, we're gonna be the people that's just going.
Yeah.
Like, look at that long ass line.
What they waiting for? The Baphomet is?
No.
So the Baphomet is the picture that they use of the devil. And it's very symbolic the way he sits, and it's supposed to symbolize everything in balance. That's why he's a hermaphrodite. It's like half man, half woman. It has the sun and the moon. He's pointing up and pointing down. It's like light and dark. So it's all these like different things that go against each other. They cause harmony. Like you can't have good without bad. You know.
Okay.
So if you look at this picture, where Jesus is, this is the picture of like the end of the world. So you see the dead rising on the left side, like being called by God to come up and fight. You see the demons being taken back down into hell. And you see Jesus up at the top, but look at the position that he's sitting in. And if you look at a picture of the Baphomet sits in that exact same position. I've never seen Jesus sit in that position. So always when I look at this, I'm like, why is he sitting like that?
Now we're off to go find some food. I will tell y'all I haven't had much luck, but Tony said this food should be good, so let's see what it's about.
This is E.P. Pavlova, after E.P. Pavlov, the guy who did the experiment with dogs about conditioning when you ring the bell and they walk, the mouth start to water. You know what I'm talking about? So he would,
Feel like
every
I
time
might
he
have
would feed
heard
the dogs, before he would feed them, he would ring a bell. And after some time, if he would just ring the bell, their mouths would start to water. And it was about conditioning, the same way you can try to condition people as well. So like we go to school, they ring a bell, we go to class.
We found a restaurant, and what I really appreciated is that they had a menu outside of the restaurant. So y'all know I already checked that out before actually going in here to see if there would be some options that I would like. And I did find one thing, so we decided to go in. And I will say that the restaurant was really clean. It was people in here, so I felt like the food should be good. So now it's time to look at the menu option for beer because Tony said I had to try something. As y'all can see from the look on my face, I did not like that beer, so we had them take that off the bill. Here's our food for dinner. The best thing on the table was the pasta. I was not a fan of my steak, and I did not try that raw meat, y'all.
You can bring it back for the 50 crowns after you drink it if you want.
I can get my 50 crowns back if I...
back and they give you your 50 crowns back.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why. I guess we'll keep it take the cup and drink and then bring it back. Boom. We are recording. Here we are. Tia is putting sugar in hot wine right now. This is a Czech tradition. And now she's mixing it. You gonna taste test it or what?
Yes.
All right, here we go. It's hot. Be careful now. Does she like it? Oh, you know she don't like much, but let's see what happens. She might get it. You don't get it. Squish it. I think it's already got a cinnamon on it. It's 80 crowns.
I got that in.
All right, here we go. This is Tia not liking something else here. No, I think you might like this one. There we go.
This one is not bad.
Yeah, not bad. Okay, not good, but not bad.
It's different. But it's we'll say it's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
All right. Bite it again if it's good. Then eat some more.
Let's see.
There you go. It's pretty. It's just like bread with cinnamon
with some
on
sugar.
it. Yeah.